So for this review is for a movie that has been transferred to 4K from the Jason franchise, and it's from Arrow Video. You may have seen other reviews talking about it, saying this is the least impressive transfer from the 4K series. And I gotta tell you, those people, from my experience, they were all wrong. Because this movie, and now I'm talking about notes that I have taken when I was watching this movie, is that this looked way better than expected. Because people were saying it's not the best transfer, it doesn't look that good. BS. It was actually pretty damn excellent. So the opening security guard slashing scene, where Jason, he's chained up, and then the security guards are like, "Hey, where's Jason?" Because he escaped, and he starts murking all those people. It looked very great, and it had very little grain in it, which is what I was looking for. And also do want to say that there's a color tone throughout this movie that I say is very visually impressive. It's like a little bit of blue, but with gray in it. Like, this movie had have a gray color palette, and I think it looked pretty damn good for its space vibes. And also there were brief moments when Jason stands under lights surrounded by fog. Like, there'd be a light coming down, and Jason he just stands there, and you could just the way his presence was, and the mask, and how dark his eyes were, looked pretty damn good. And I also want to say that there was a scene where Jason was facing those security guards, and then he looks around, and then for a brief moment, a small frame, you can see a little glowing light, like such as that was in Jason's eyeball. And I think that was just such a good touch, because you're able to see that he still had his spirit in him, because this is human Voorhees, this is not zombie Voorhees. So that's pretty damn cool. Because I was like, oh, you can see the spirit in Jason's eyes still. I don't know, people. I thought that was really damn neat. And also there was, when Jason was frozen and he was just stiff like that in the cryogenic chamber, the way he looked in this movie compared to the other ones was very clean. You could just wanting to see all the detail throughout his body. It was like, what I'm saying by that is, seeing the detail is like it made you want to look at him like, oh shit, what is that? That's a man, that's a mask, that's a machine. Like, it makes you want to explore, like, what the hell happened here? And that's what the scientists and people were doing, the crew. They were like, what the hell is this guy? What's that thing on his face? Is that a breathing mask? And they're like, no, it's a hockey mask. Like, it was pretty cool, And the nano healing technology room, where the woman who got stabbed, she was placed, and all those nanobites went up in her body, and you see all the electronics glow, and you see the whole room. The room was darkly lit, but when that woman was sitting there getting her healing process done with, and you can see all the lights behind her that was bright red because of the machine she was in, all the technology, all the holographic panels looked so damn good. It actually looked like the art book that's in the movie, like in this packaging. Okay, now you make me want to show you. So like I said, the lighting in that room was similar to the vibe that is in this right here. These color schemes, the pattern, that vibe was in that whole scene. And I was like, okay, so now I know why they have that aesthetic for this booklet, is because of that scene where she was being healed. It looked really damn colorful and really damn neat. So there's that. And also, some parts of the movie were kind of darkly lit. Like, it was not that hard to see, but it was like, oh shit, this scene is kind of dark. And there's that. Jason's mask looked clean and aged. Like, oh, he's been doing this since the 80s. And so that mask looks like it's been from the 80s. So it looks a little bit worn out, scratched up, a little bit of green on it from being around, campsites, and some of that musk runs off on the mask, and it just looked aged and nice. His physique was peaked. Kane Hodder's, he was like slim and just bulky. Like, he looked so damn cool. Like, he was in shape. The CGI scenes where Jason X was transferred to Camp Crystal Lake with the use of artificial intelligence in the surrounding areas, where he killed those two chicks in that sleeping bag scene. But when it transfers from one room to another, the visuals were less blurry than how they were in the previous Blu-ray releases, because they were just like foggy and just ugly looking. But with this, it's the motion transfer. Like, when one room turns into another room, it looked smoother. Excellent transfer. That's the last note I have in this. So overall, this is really good, people. Some people saying that it wasn't a good transfer just because they're saying it didn't look the best. It didn't look as neat, but I gotta say that it looked pretty damn good. I watched this on the PlayStation 5, the standard, and I was impressed. Better than any other release when it comes to Jason X that I own. This is the best one. So should you get it? Yes. Don't believe people saying, oh, it's not a good transfer, because no, that's BS. There's little grain. The images are sharp. The only thing that's not as outstanding as this from the Blu-ray releases is that some women's colors on their shirts are brighter. But come on, would you rather have a crisp visuals, crisp audio, and crisp, color palettes and everything looking crisp, or would you rather have it looking grainy and with just a bright colored blue, a bright colored red? I think it was worth to get in the 4K. That's my opinion. So that being said, look for Jason X on Arrow Video because it's worth the transfer. Okay?
Once again, I would like to say thank you for watching.